See if you can choke this neck. Oh, you gotta stand up on there?
Yeah. All right, ready? Ready? Get him.
That was good. That was good. That was good. I would expect nothing less from the Cardone, though, you know? Goodness. So this is where all the magic happens. Oh, of course I want to see. I've seen it online 1,000 times.
Come on up, okay? Hey, bring Mr. Chandler up on the plane.
Show me the way.
Let's go. You guys come on up too, all right? You did an awesome job announcing. What do you call that?
Oh, like the analyst stuff?
You were freaking awesome. Dude.
Thank you.
I'm like, that guy, that's your career, bro.
It was harder than I thought.
It's very hard.
They're in your ear. So you're looking at the wrong camera. They're like, hey, dummy, you're looking at the wrong camera. The red light's over here. And they're looking at
awesome. You were awesome. I'm like, okay.
So it was good. There's just,
Yeah, you had to get great feedback for that, right?
I did, yeah.
Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised because I knew I would do pretty decent, but I actually thought I would do better than I did.
Yeah.
But I am my own worst critic, you know? So it's kind of like, man. But I think...
What was the hardest part of it? I know you had to go in nervous, right?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, you had to go in nervous, but you also had to be really well studied.
Right.
And honestly, I follow the sport, but you don't know a lot
of... Every fighter.
You're like, oh, I know I like this guy because I like his style, I like his hair, I like his whatever, but you don't remember, like, what's his record, submissions, wins, losses, blah, blah, blah,
Are they
fight
feeding
style.
that up to you?
No, they send you some papers and you got to read it all, and then you got to
try to memorize
It's
it.
the story of my life, man. Get smart quick.
So, yeah, well, I tried, but the first one I got kind of thrown into like 10 days notice, and then I was actually supposed to do one September 17th, so which is next weekend. But I just
you were great,
nixed
dude.
that
I
one.
said, man, he's like a natural.
That's right, because you said you were going to have me come out somewhere.
To the growth conference.
Oh, the growth conference, and I was like, oh,
yeah, I was trying to get you out, and then I saw you on.
Yeah, and then I was like, man, can't. And I'm always away from my family too, so I'm like, man, I gotta go hang out. And,
of course.
Family time.
So yeah, it's hard. That's the saddest thing about coming here, you know. But I'll go back home every weekend, pretty much, you know. So, except for this weekend, and then home every weekend for that, Friday night to Sunday morning.
And where is home?
Nashville. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's there's always after COVID, there's not as many flights as there used to be. There used to be like 6 direct flights. Now there's like 6 a.m. or like 9 p.m. Maybe like a 1 or 2 o'clock one. So,
I'm gonna take Chandler on the chopper.
Oh, you're gonna like that.
Going on the chopper? Go on the chopper.
Okay, thanks. Spool that bitch up.
Oh, I've seen it.
Let's get him out of here. You get to LA, okay?
Yeah, you guys gotta go. You guys have a little birthday trip.
We're gonna go buzz the golf course, and then we're gonna go play a few holes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can make some money today.
Oh gosh, dude. Oh, okay. They're like, hey, we got an extra one. Let's go. There's levels. There's different levels to living. That was one of them. This is called the Corsair, right?
Yep. Yeah.
All the way in the back.
Like
Most excited about now?
Well,
Where the I'll go grab it.
man, the real estate's
I told him where.
insane.
He said we're here at the entrance.
I mean, I just got this. I just
They
got
were.
this text on a Sunday. There's a deal. That's the average size deal we're doing now. And I got one twice that size coming in, right? That we just got approval on Thursday. So they're massive, dude. And when you grow up when you grew up the way I grew up, and I'm doing these kind of deals, it's like
$135 million deal this morning.
Where's it at?
it's up the street.
But my question is, what would
Crazy.
be massive the way I grew up?
Now, what's massive compared to the way you grew up?
Yeah. What do you think?
These will be multi-billion-dollar deals. Crazy, right? That's cool.
That's really cool.
That she would even ask that question. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to tell them what you asked me the other day about when you get successful, what people are going to say? Remember you told me that?
Yeah, when I get successful, people just say it's just because of him.
She called me and said, hey, what happens if I get successful, they're just going to say it was just you. And then I'm going to say, or what else could they say? What was the other thing could happen?
Or point, they can forget completely about you.
You can make success so big that they'll be like,
Yeah.
It's true.
That even if you had a leg up from your father, the
look what she did.
the craziness of the accomplishment supersedes
I wonder
that.
who her father was.
But also, people are always going to say that. You
Yeah.
know? It's like I know where I came from and how hard I worked and how long it's taken. But then even at this point, there's still, especially when I came into the UFC, oh, he was handed this and he's got Dana White privilege and he's this and he's that, completely negating the last 13 years of all the hard work that I, truthfully, you want to talk about attention. I was working just as hard as everyone else, training better, harder, and living a championship lifestyle more than most of the people that I was around, yet wasn't getting even a quarter of the respect or viewership being outside the UFC. Then you come into the UFC and everything takes off. So then immediately it took me, 15 years to become an overnight success.
Right.
And then boom, here you are.
How old are you now?
35.
Yeah.
So, a
So,
solid
dude,
couple
how
years.
hard is it to get a fair shake over there? I mean, there are a lot of fighters, right?
There is, but that's where you really think about what do you bring to the table? How did I get here? I made myself an indispensable asset to an organization outside the UFC, which was Bellator. So I was fought for Bellator. I was, one of the first world champions from Bellator, one of the biggest names in Bellator. Fought there forever. Continued to sign numerous contracts with them because of my standing in the company, and I liked fighting for them. Then, whenever it was time to make the transition, I decided I was going to become a free agent. And then after my first conversation with Dana and Hunter Campbell, I was like, this is where I want to be. Truthfully, I knew I wanted to be in the UFC a couple years
Because
before.
that's where the television was, right?
It's
the fans were there.
Yeah, well, I really thought about the 40-year-old me laying in bed at night, wondering what would have happened if I would have went to the UFC.
Right.
So I had to at least know how that plays out. I could have came to the UFC.
Did you have to give something up? Like, what would you have to give up to make that transition?
No, nothing.
No.
I mean,
It's an upgrade.
So
yeah,
it was easy.
It was an upgrade. Well, I think that was always the fear. It's like I thought I would have to go there and, have a lot less respect, or like everybody wouldn't take me seriously, or maybe I'd get paid a lot less, or whatever. Because of course, too, you're thinking about feeding your family.
Sure.
But no, everything was an upgrade, and everything worked out really well. And then I was given an opportunity, and I asked for the opportunity. I said, listen, I don't want to fight somebody outside the top 10, top 20. I want to go in right away and prove either I am who I say I am or I'm not.
Who was your first fight?
Dan Hooker, number 5. So Dustin Poirier had just fought him, went all 5 rounds with him.
Wow.
And I finished him in 2.5 minutes. So that was the thumbs up, like, okay, this guy's legit. Then I got the world title shot. But so it's one of those deals where,
so breaking into that, and we don't have to use this on film, but so what's the money like in the beginning? It's nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the sport of mixed martial arts, I mean, you're starting off at, my first fight was $500.
Yeah.
In front of 25 people.
Damn.
And at a Holiday Inn ballroom.
Oh my.
And Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Second fight was $750. Third fight was, I finally broke 4 figures. 1,000.
Wow. Broke 4 fingers.
4 figures.
Yeah.
Like 1,000, 3 zeros and a 1.
Yeah.
And broke a couple fingers along the way.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a great story.
Yeah.
So how long did you do that, like at that level?
Do we need a better table?
So I got.
No, we're good. They'll get a chair. They'll just grab a chair.
So then I fought my second. So I actually fought my second and third fight in Strikeforce, which was an organization that got bought by the UFC years ago. And then at the same time, I had a contract on the table for for Strikeforce or Bellator. I chose the Bellator route because there was a clearer path to a world title and fighting a guy named Eddie Alvarez, who was top 3 in the world.
Sure.
So I fought 2 fights. I actually fought September and October of 2010, and then March, April, May of 2011, and then November of 2011. I fought 6 fights in 13 months.
Wow.
Ended up winning the world title, and back then there was a $100,000 tournament. You fight 3 fights, you win $100,000. So I won that, and that was kind of the first time I actually had a little bit of. Then I bought a house in Vegas.
Then you learned about the tax man.
Then I learned about the tax man.
Hey,
bought a house
what's
in
this
Vegas.
guy that just freaking cold-cocked me?
I'm like, wait, I owe how much?
Wait a minute. The fight was nothing. IRS, they had to kill us.
But the funny thing was, I always was that guy who always knew that the taxes were coming. And it's unfortunate the financial illiteracy inside the sport of mixed martial arts, where guys make their money and they don't realize how much actually is going to be going to taxes, you know?
Yeah.
So then you start to get more creative with it, and you open up your LLC, and then you have all your expenses, and then, you know, obviously all that. But
Michael Chandler wins all three fights, only to lose at the hands of the IRS.
all of it. I made $100,000, but I paid $92,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
No, but that was the first time I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
So all the noise that Dana and the UFC get about not paying people. So, like, what's all that about?
Man, I'm not a.
You leave it alone, or
No. I'm on their side. So like I'm the kind of guy where the fighters would be like, you know what, forget this guy. But I look at the industry, and yeah, I mean, of course, NFL players should make more money. NBA,
1,000.
they're making a ton of money, but they're not making the money that they could be making compared to the owners. And so there's always going to be
disparity.
There's always going to be disparity, and there's always
yeah.
going to be people saying we want to make more money. Of course, I want to make more money,
Yeah.
and I want to make everyone else make more money. But I think the UFC gives us a platform. They give us a huge opportunity. My goal is to make more money outside the octagon with the leverage of the influence that I've gained over just 1 year of being in the UFC than I actually make in my fights. And if more guys thought about that, instead of just relying, see, the only reason you're going to tell your employer that he's not paying you enough is because you are only relying on that paycheck.
Right.
So instead of relying just on
comes
that,
from, man. Depending on one flow.
Exactly. Well, they are, and that one flow is dependent and tied directly to your employer. When that employer in the UFC, you are getting. I mean, I also came from an organization where I was getting thousands of eyeballs compared to now millions of eyeballs. So when you realize the opportunity and the platform that you've been afforded, you realize how big that is and how you can monetize that outside of just your fight paychecks. You know, I mean, I've made more money outside of just fighting just in this last year, just by signing with the UFC with 1 year than I did in the last 5 years combined outside of the UFC. Because of the platform.
You got to be looking for that opportunity too, though. Like, if these guys are just looking for a fight.
Yeah, I mean, and I am the guy that I've always wanted to be more than just a fighter. I wanted to be the guy that people looked at and say, "Oh, is that what a fighter is all about?" Because if that's what a fighter is all about, they seem like pretty normal, level-headed, blue-collar, hard-working, normal guys. You know. So I always wanted to break the mold of what people thought a fighter was.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely doing that, man.
Oh.
You know.
I could do better, but
I'll get better.
I'll get better.
You will
Don't worry.
do better.
Don't you worry. I'll get better.
You will be. You will. Or you'll get worse.
That's the goal.
One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. I mean, either way, I'm getting something.
Like when I watch fights, I'm like, this is the same thing as my business. Business is the same thing as a fight. You know?
Yeah. No, it is. Well, and I think
because there is a point in business where you got to tap out and say, okay,
100%.
I got to back up. I got to relearn something here.
100%. And it really, because everybody always asks me, how do you stay motivated? I think you stay motivated because your motivation is tied to your gratitude and your why.
Yeah.
And then you also, there is no secret to success. You are successful because you work extremely hard. Even today, we're sitting here, we're about to go play golf, and me and Chris are sitting here thinking, does Grant even play golf? All I see him do is work and grind. You're either with your family or you're grinding.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're successful.
Yeah.
So there is no secret sauce.
When I come out here, I just don't show anybody.
No, that's funny.
You know?
Do you feel guilty if you show people
No.
or if you
Well,
would show
I'll
people
tell
that
you
you're
a
playing?
story. Like the last time I really took golf seriously, it was before the collapse, before the global collapse, the 2008. And I was playing golf 3 times a week.
Really?
And when the economy crashed, I was living in San Diego. I lived in La Jolla.
Yep.
And I was going to Rancho Santa Fe, play once a week, all over San Diego County. And I was loving the game. I was down to like an 8 or 9 handicap.
Wow.
I could hit the ball. I was shaping the ball. I was like, I was stopping it, man. I was spinning it. I was like, I'm learning this game, bro. And then the crash came. Yep. And I actually blamed it on golf. I'm like, that's what you get, dude. Yeah. You got too loose, man.
Yeah.
You should have been like, and so every time I come out here, I'm reminded.
Well, it's funny too because that isn't that relevant of a thought. You know, it wasn't necessarily that, but it's that kind of edge where it's the self-awareness and the accountability of it.
That's
and
right.
I think that's funny too. Like that's why I asked you if you feel guilty, because I do feel guilty if I'm playing golf, because I'm like, man, I could be doing this or I could be doing that. Maybe that's a little bit twisted. I probably should let loose a little bit, like give myself time to have balance.
I wouldn't at 35 years old.
Exactly.
I'd freaking lean hard right
Exactly,
now.
And that's, but once again, going
deep and
going
hard
back to why people are successful, it's really not complicated.
Yeah.
You work hard, you operate with integrity, and usually things work out.
Yeah. Okay, let's go hit some balls, huh? Ready?
Let's do it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, look at this, man.
Same one, man.
Man,
brothers.
You got the same club
Brothers
I got,
from another
man.
mother, man.
Huh?
Big golf guy. I'm a big golf guy. Huge golf guy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are today. I'm out playing golf with Michael Chandler. Scorecards, yes, we got them in hand. Trust me, I'm gonna kick his ass. He thinks he's ready for this fight, but he's not. He'll be tapping out at 3. Yes, he will, I promise you. I'll set him free at 3, or in less than that, he'll tap out. He'll tap out because he hadn't played this game enough. Once I get the money out, once I get the money there, yes, he'll back out. It'll be 10-8 Cardone in the first round, 10-8 Cardone in the second round. It'll be a unanimous decision, Cardone victory over Chandler. The crowd erupts. They go crazy. Oh,
Slice.
It sounded good.
See, I was trying to hit him. Look at it.
It's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I hit that one.
Don't fall. Dad doesn't want to pay for your emergency care.
Well,
He didn't wait for it.
really down.
I think you are.
Is it?
See, there's one up here.
Okay.
Are you?
No. Hey, Ryan, is this your ball right here? This one?
This one?
Two, three. Oh, not me. It's Michael Chandler gets $100, ladies and gentlemen. Bang! And he's back to the prize money. Hey, I just finished playing 18 with the great one, Chandler over here. And I got to tell you, he's going to go back. He's going to take anybody. He's calling Dana White right now and saying, dude, I'll take anybody. Anybody's better than taking on Cardone. Okay, 18 holes with Cardone. I'd rather go 15 rounds in the octagon with anybody. So we had a great time playing. Appreciate Michael, man. The things I learned just listening to a champion, the things that are so similar amongst champions, amongst people that are getting better, people that are striving to take care of their families, to take care of themselves, their health. Look, watch this guy. Let's get a good shot right here. He's zoning in right now. See, this is what he does. Get no. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Champions know how to win, baby. Champions know how to win, and they know when to win, okay? So, hey, I hope you enjoyed some of this clip. I enjoyed spending time with Michael Chandler. If you ever get a chance for him to speak on your stage, to lead people, guide people, to do a Q&A, he's an awesome guy. He's got a lot to offer outside the octagon, obviously inside the octagon. And but let's face it, he's gonna be in business as long as he's gonna be in that octagon. You understand? And so will you, by the way. If you're out there, you're a comedian telling jokes, or you're a musician, or you're an artist, or you're a ball player, a rapper, your career in business, look, I could be 93 years old. Some of you asking right now, man, how long is that guy gonna go? I could be 93 still inking deals, okay? You can't walk into the octagon when you're 93. You can buy a ticket, but ain't nobody gonna pay to see you fight that day, okay? Hope you enjoyed this.